Just got the new Sofirn SR20 Mini in, and I wanted to be able to use bigger batteries in it. It comes with the 18350 battery in it, but I wanted to be able to use the larger, longer runtime 18650 batteries. It's so common. A lot of these flashlights, you can put a longer tube on them. Currently, as far as I know, Sofirn doesn't produce an extension tube that'll turn this into a larger flashlight, but there's a lot of other flashlights they and other people make that may possibly work with the tubes on them. So I've sort of checked them out a little bit today and tested a few. This flashlight, I've been super happy with it so far. Haven't had a chance to do a full review on it yet, but it's worth looking into getting a little longer run time out of it. So what I did, basically just take this apart, take the existing battery out, which is magnetic. You have to pop it out of there pretty hard. You can use the end cap on some of these, and some of them you can't. Some you have to use the end cap that comes with the longer tubes. One of the first ones I tried is the Workhorse Max Light, and it doesn't work with it. It has a all aluminum body, but the tubes are a finer thread with it, so it won't work. Even though the tube size is pretty close, the threads don't work together. One thing that Sofirn's actually stated in one of their videos is they found that this particular flashlight, it's a headlamp, the SR40A, it will work with it. So if you have one of those already, you can use the existing battery in it. Just take away their tube and end cap and just screw the head on here. Once you've got that on there, it works just fine. You've got all the same functions. In any of these tubes that I add on it, you'll still have all the original functions of the SR20 Mini with it. That doesn't change at all. It's just the battery runtime. So I'll put links to every tube and extension and flashlight that I find that worked with it. So if you have it already, you'll be able to use it. If not, there's an extension tube that you can buy by itself without the flashlight that'll work with it also. I'll set these aside. The next one that I found that'll work with it is this Workhorse here. It's I can see it, FC13S, which is one of their cheaper lights. It's sold a lot on Amazon. Take that out, has a Workhorse battery in it. Threads with it, thread on perfectly, but it comes up just a little short. It doesn't seal up quite as well. So this protective O-ring in here, they can still get water in here. So dry use probably only with this one, but it does work and functions great with it. And it's a super common flashlight that a lot of people might have, so that might work out with a lot of people without having to buy anything else also. The easiest thing to use is buying one of these extension tubes here. This Workhorse, I can get it up close, the TS11, which is more of a thrower type flashlight, whereas this one's a little more of a flood type beam with it. But you can use their short tubes to work with it, but you can also use their extension tube that they sell, and you can buy this separately. I'll put a link to I think they have it on Amazon, and also put a link to it for AliExpress. It's probably a little bit cheaper. But with this, if you just have the tube here, you're going to have to use the original Sofirn SR20 Mini tail cap, and it'll fit on there just fine. But you have the same issue with it being a little bit short, and the O-ring doesn't protect it from water intrusion to it. But you can just buy this extension tube and run the larger batteries in there. So works great with that. And that's going to be the cheapest option if you don't already have one of these flashlights that works with it. Put that end cap back off. But also, the last one that I found, and there may be some others out there. I don't have every flashlight, but a lot of the Workos and Sofirn flashlights use some of the same thread patterns. But the biggest problems you'll run into with this little flashlight is the tube length. The threading is such a short length on it. Most of their other flashlights that already come with the 18650 in it has longer threads on it to give it a little more strength to it. You can use this flashlight also. That's the FC12, but you have to do something a little different with it. When you take it off, put that in there, screw it on also, and you have the same issue with it being short here and the O-ring not protecting it. But you can't use the rear cap. It's a dual use like that, a clicker on the front and one on the back, tactical rear end to it. You have to take that off there for it to use. It won't work at all with this cap still on. You have to just use the tube that came with it and use the end cap from the SR20 Mini. Mount this on. Once you mount those on, it'll work just fine. No problem at all. So any of these that work with it, it doesn't change the performance or function of the flashlight at all, other than the runtime. And it is significant. It's almost 3 times the runtime that you get with most of these batteries, bigger batteries on them. So for most people, it's worth having the option to be able to have a larger flashlight in hand, get a longer runtime, but still have the option to switch back to the original small battery and be more of a pocket, easy to carry sort of setup with it. So, these fit really well in some cases. Others are a little suspect with just not having the water protection on it, but just gives you an option. So if this helped you guys at all, please give us a like and subscribe. And like I said, I'll put the links to each and every one of these that I found worked with this flashlight in the description. Any link below, maybe an affiliate link, and may give me a % or 2 commission. So be aware of that, and it helps us out on the channel and keeps me able to buy new flashlights and show you the differences in them. So just check back later. I'll probably have a full review on this within the week. So thanks for watching.